Hi, Susan from Susan's Art and Junk Journaling. I'm going to try and do a fast project here. I'm going to try and make some tags. Right now, these are 11, so at 5.5 inches, I will cut these. Get these all cut at once without my paper cutter shredding the ends. Oh, nice. Yes, I like that. So now I'm going to take and fold each one of these into thirds. And it doesn't really matter exactly how thirds. There we go. Once I get them all folded, then I will glue them. I'm going to keep this little notched edge on. There's no sense in cutting it off since I'm going to just fold everything together. The whole point of folding these in thirds for me is to try and give this a little bit more heft to it, a little bit more strength. After I get them glued together, then I'm going to do a little bit of painting on them. Then I just want this to be a quick one. I've been doing some projects that just take so long. I need something a little bit short just to feel like I'm accomplishing something. You ever notice that? Like sometimes you feel like you're just not getting anything accomplished? My rings keep spinning around. My hands are wet. I just washed them, and whenever that happens, my rings always tend to slide around. So I'm going to do a majority of the gluing with my Elmer's Craft Extra Strength, but around the perimeter, I'm going to use some PVA glue. Some globs already. I went all the way to the edge there and I didn't fold it that far. So now I got glue all over my hands because I just smeared my finger all over that glue. All right, I'll just... I'm trying to be fast here, so you know what happens when you try to be fast, right? Things just don't want to go your way. That's a better way of doing it, and then I'm not going all the way to this edge with glue, then I'm going to be wiping off. See, and these will be thin enough to where they won't take up too much room inside a junk journal. Because I know some of the things I make can be really bulky. There we go. Alrighty, got those glued quick. my glue bottle, this tip had a nice point to it, but my pin glued to the point. There we go. All right, so we've got all of these. Now what I want to do is just go ahead and go around the edges and put that on the back, that on the back, back. Go around the edges with my Ranger Distress Oxide Walnut Stain. And this is, we took down our suspended ceilings, so this is the back of one of our suspended ceilings, and it's plastic, so whatever I put on here I can just wipe off when I'm done. I'm going to cut these into the tag shape. This was a, let's see, a fragrance sachet that I didn't really care for. I threw the contents out, but it's got a good tag shape. So I will line this up on the edge here, and I will cut them all to the same angle. Go. Let's see, do I need to go up and do the corners a little better with my Distress Oxide? No, that's good enough. So the next thing I was thinking I'd like to do is do some kind of leaf or viney shapes on here. So I've got my paintbrush, and this time I'm going to use just some bottle paints. I've got Kelly Green from Apple Barrel and Sunbeam by Apple Barrel as well, and hopefully these aren't too dry in the bottles. Let's see if I can get this to squirt out. Oh, yes. Oh, that one's just a little dry. There we go. Alrighty, so now I'm just going to do just, you know, nothing that's realistic. It's just, you know, just to get a shape on here, just to be interesting. And then some leaves. Do that with all of these. And the next thing I want to do is just do a little fun design with the yellow. It's not going to be any kind of a real flower whatsoever. Let's scoot that over. Get these kind of in the picture here. Just take and make just little abstract swirls as if it were a flower. Just to get some color on here. And then what I want to do to age them just a little bit more is to do some Distress Oxide gathered twigs. Let me pull these down, get them kind of close together so that when I spray, they'll hopefully all get into the same shot. I shook this quite a bit before I started the video. Oh my goodness. Oh dear. Up a little higher. Oh yeah. All right, so I'm going to dry these and then I'm going to come back and do some more yellow. That was a learning curve for me. All right, so before I go ahead and do the yellow again, I'm going to go ahead and put my paper reinforcers at the end. And then I'll hole punch after I get all these paper reinforcers on. All right, so I've got those all hole punched. Now I'm going to go back and do yellow again. I'm out that strong and that bold. There we go. Let me see if I can line these up so you can see them a little bit better. There we go. A quick way to make 6 tags. Thank you so much for watching. I don't want to waste this leftover paint that I just used on those tags, so I might as well just use up the paint and make some background for ephemera. I'll carry on and take a picture when I'm done. I finally got all that paint used up. I'll show you everything that I was able to do. And it's just, you know, when you're making collages or making tags and you're tearing paper for collages. So I thought I'd use some of these at some point, making collages, but I'll show you all the papers I was able to make out of that leftover yellow and green paint. That was a lot of papers. Thanks for watching today, guys.